Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dude with a Fork. My name is Ken. It's been a little bit it's been a while since I've made a video, and there are reasons for that, which I won't talk about here. Um, I will probably talk about that in a podcast. But anyway, today I have something special because I have an early Christmas present, which is a dual top induction cooktop. So I want to do an unboxing video and talk about what induction cooking is and how it works. And you might want to get one of these yourselves. Like I said, it's an early Christmas present, and I'm very excited. So let's get started. So this came yesterday. Ooh, fancy. I actually have a Nuwave induction cooktop that's just a single burner, which is great, but you can't do two different dishes at once. So this one is a dual burner. It's a precision induction cooktop. There's something you could scan here. We're not going to do that. Let's just open it up and see what we've got. So, yeah, how do we open this? Very carefully, apparently. So I'll open it like this. I don't know. I wish they would put directions on these things sometimes because it's not always terribly obvious which is the end that you should open it from. And I was kind of thinking there would be like a seam here because there's a piece of tape, but there's not. So, and sometimes you get really excited about things and you open them up and then you break them. I, of course, have never done that. So he lies through his teeth. So let's put this knife away. And, oh, see, now we can just slide it out, I think. There we go. Bit of styrofoam in here to cushion the bottom, and a nice bit of cardboard, heavy-duty cardboard. It's awesome. It's packed really, really well. I also have it upside down. So here's the guidebook. Flip it over. Take these little bits off. Ooh. Here we go. I actually like this kind of foam. It's not like styrofoam, but it's really good if you have a lot of video and camera equipment and you want to put in little boxes and you want to cushion it. This is perfect for it. So I will not be throwing that away. There we go. I'll get this plastic off. And wow, there's a cord under here somewhere that's getting caught on things. There we go. Oh, that's not going to be convenient. That's where the on-off switch is. It's way on the back. So I did not realize that. So you have to like reach across to turn it off. My other one is the switch is right here. So this bag also is, I don't know how well you can see that, but it does say number 4 recyclable. So, oh, here's the thing. Claim your 5-year warranty, which I will definitely do. Here are the guides that go with it. This is also sticky tape. It is also recyclable, which is nice. I do recycle as much as I can. So, what is this? All right. Oh, okay. So here's the quick start guide that tells us what all of this is. And this does have a number of presets. So you can use, for example, I've got the camera at a slightly different angle. There's a Texas style chili. Use that preset. It does max sear for 2 minutes, which I guess is to cook your beef. And then it does 275 for 30 minutes, which is to just let it simmer. So don't know how useful that will be. But anyway, this is the manual, which I'm kind of familiar with already. This one has some features mine doesn't. And then look at this, 100 easy to follow recipes. And I love it when you buy cookware and it comes with a recipe book. So I just like recipes. So I will look through that later. Here it has a little dust on it. Okay, it's gorgeous. It's just beautiful. The feet on it are amazing. They're rubber feet, and this thing, how heavy is this? Oh, it does have like little handholds here. See right here? There's a spot where you can just put your fingers and move it around. And these induction cooktops are great because if you have a kitchen that say is being remodeled or something like that, or you're on the road, say, on a camp in a camper, or you live someplace that you don't have a kitchen, say like a dormitory. You can do a lot of cooking on these because it's just like a regular cooktop, except this does not get hot. It doesn't use heat. It creates a magnetic field that gets your pot hot. So a lot of places will say you can't have anything in your room that heats up, like an air fryer or a heater. These actually don't heat up. These little white bits here, these are the reflections of my lights. So that's not part of this. See, it goes away. See, light. Anyway, don't get distracted by that like I just did. It does have this sticker here that's interesting. And I want to peel this off and show it to you. This does have an 8-inch induction unit in it. I hope this is going to come off easily. Yeah, it looks like it. It's really humid today. Perfect. Fun. The suspense. Anyway, it does say, look, if an E1 error occurs, make sure pot is induction ready and in contact with the cooking surface. Press start to resume cooking. The number one complaint I see about induction cooktops like this online is people say it doesn't work with a lot of my pots and pans. You have to use something that is induction ready. And there's a little symbol right here. That little symbol, if you buy a pot and pan with this little kind of coil symbol, then you know it's induction ready and it'll work on a cooktop like this. The other way you can test existing cookware that you already have is to use like a little tiny magnet. So if you look at this, if this is an aluminum pot, right? Magnet is not going to stick to it. This will not work here, okay? This is a stainless steel pot, and I'm not sure what this bottom core is made out of, but this magnet sticks to it. So this will work on a cooktop like this. So that's the easy way to test it. But anyway, so this does have a lot of different features. So this, let's look at this. This is the owner's manual. So there's a whole section on what is induction cooking, induction ready cookware. So these are all of the features here that I want to talk about. So number one is ventilation. You can't stick this in a corner. There are fans, and if we look at the bottom, okay, you can see there are fans on the bottom here because it needs to keep things cool on the inside. So it does say you need to keep some clearance around here. In fact, let me see. Yeah, see there are little grates here, and I think probably on the back as well. Yep, the whole back, that's a grate. So that allows for air circulation for those fans, so it can keep the internals cool. So this is a heat-resistant glass surface. It stays cool to the touch. It says it stays cool to the touch. Like I said, I have one of these already that's a single burner. It will get hot from the pan, but it will, once you take the pan off, it'll cool off pretty quickly. Here is our control panel, which has a few more controls than my other one. And we have dual control panels because we have two burners here. This is the heat source. It is an 8-inch electromagnetic coil. The one I have now it has a big circle like this, but the coil in it's only 6-inch because stuff only gets hot if you put a big pan on it. Stuff only gets hot in the center. This has larger coils, so it'll cook better. It does say the maximum size that you can use with these is a 12-inch pan, and the minimum size you can use is a 3-inch pan. So that gives you a pretty good range. And then the on-off switch, which is in the back. So I'm going to plug this in. There we go. Now, the reason I have this, of course, is that the apartment I live in is complete and utter crap, and it's too expensive to move right now. Everything's expensive. And the stove is terrible. It does not heat. It's an electric stove. It doesn't heat evenly at all. And I bought the single burner during the pandemic, and I loved it so much. But this, let me turn it on. You can only make one thing at a time because it's only one burner. This is two. So hopefully this will be even better. All right. So I don't know if you can see it. I turned it on in the back. We do have It does say 1800 watt. You can change that. So let's see. So press the 1800 watt. If it's off, it goes to 900. So when you see a red light, it's 1800 watts. When you see a no light, it's 900 watts. It has low, medium, high, high, and max sear. And according to this booklet, low gives you 100 degrees, medium low gives you 175, medium is 275, medium high is 375, high is 425, max sear is 575. That is all Fahrenheit. Has these two here up and down buttons, which allow you to change the temperature. So if I select medium, it will say 275, which I think you can see. But then I can press the down button and it goes to 270, 265, 260, 255. It goes up and down in 5-degree increments. My other one would only do 10-degree increments. So you can get even more precise heat control with this one. So I press pause clear and it clears that out. If I were going to say start, I would say medium. I would have to have a pan on here. I would have to have a pan, and then I press start. You can hear the fan kick on. Okay, there's no heat. There's absolutely no heat here. Okay, but now see, I get an E1 because it knows there's no pan here. So it's a safer than using, say, and it's going to beep and tell me, hey, you got an error. There we go. So it's safer because you have to have a pan on here in order to have it cook. It will tell you, dude, you do not have a pan on here. And that's fantastic. And as somebody with anxiety issues, and if I leave and go to work, I'm like, oh, did I turn off the stove? This is very, very useful because I can see this light is on. I can just unplug this, or I can turn off this switch back here, and then that light is gone. So I know it's off, and that does help with stuff. It has a program. It's programmable. You can set a cook temperature. You can set a cook time. You can set an end time. There is a stage. You can set up to 10 stages. So you could say, hey, stage 1, let's sear this max sear, just kind of like with that chicken or that chili recipe, max sear for 5 minutes, then bring it down to, say, medium low for 30 minutes. And I can program that. This does say it comes with 50 presets that you would enter. Somewhere around here is a button for that. Program. So I can just go program. Say I want program number 17 because I'm going to make some ratatouille. I just go 17. There's 17 right there, and I press start. It starts off at max sear. It's going to freak out because I don't have a pan on there, so I'm just going to clear that all out. You just press pause, clear, and then you're good to go, which is kind of nice. This one does have a clock in it, and there's instructions here on how to set the clock. That sticker's annoying. So, setting your clock. Press clock. Clock will flash. Clock is flashing right there, the word clock. And AM and 000 will be lit. Enter the current time on the numeric keypad. So it is 9:31 in the morning. Once the time has been entered, the time automatically defaults to the AM setting. To change this, press AM PM. So I could change that to PM, but it's really AM. And I'm just going to press clock again, and there we go. So I can do that over here. Now the question I have, you can imagine where my brain is going with this. Okay, so I have the clock set on both of these. What happens if I turn this off? Will it retain that time? I turn the switch off in the back. Yeah. And having the switch in the back is not a terrible thing because once you take the pans off, this thing, you turn it off, you take the pans off, this thing cools off really fast. Yeah, see, it lost the time. So I'm not going to worry about having the clock in there because I'm not going to leave this plugged in and turned on all the time. Like I said, anxiety issues. If I leave the house, I will kind of I used to work and live like an hour away. And sometimes I would drive halfway to work and I'd be like, oh, did I turn off the coffee maker? And I would turn around and drive half an hour home, check the coffee maker was turned off. Then I would go and drive another hour back to work. So 1 hour commute became 2 hours. So there's all sorts of cool features in here, though. You will see me cooking with this a lot. Here's the preset temperatures, low, medium, medium high, and then the examples. Low is warm, medium low is simmer, medium is steam, medium high is stir or deep fry, stir fry, deep fry. Basic functions. It does talk about the stage function. It does have a warming function. It has an end time function. So if you set the clock, then you can set this to stop cooking. So if I say, hey, I'm going to, it's 9:33, I'm going to cook something. I want it to cook for exactly 10 minutes. If I have the time in here, I can say end time, stop at 9:43, and then it will turn off. Like I said, you can program, you can save your programs because you have presets 1 to 50 are pre-programmed by Nuwave, while preset slots 51 to 200 are for your own creations. So you can create 150 presets, and I'm going to tell you, if you do that, write them down, because if not, you will forget. So I'm going to show you this. Let's see. There's a basic setup here. First time use. The cooking area, like I said, minimum 3, max 12. You can use it on the go for those cooking on the road, or open water if you have like a pontoon boat or something with water. Requires up to 15 amps when used on an RV or boat, and uses up to 1800 watts of energy. Depending on the preset used or the temperature and wattage rating, with each plate using 900 watts if they are both in use at the same time. So if this both says 1800, if I just use one, this is using 1800. If I use both of them, they're automatically using 900. So otherwise, you're going to blow out your circuit breakers. So the unit should be plugged into its own outlet. No other appliance should be connected in the same. This appliance does not operate on batteries, of course. You do have a series of error messages, E1 through E9. And then it tells you like what the beeps are and what they mean. So before first use, wipe the cooking surface with a cloth damp with warm soapy water. Dry thoroughly before plugging the PIC double into any electrical outlet. So I'm going to unplug this. I'm going to clean off this top, and I'm going to show you in real time how quickly this thing can boil water. So I will be right back. All right, so I'm going to boil some water here. I forgot a timer. I'm going to go grab a timer real quick. I have this little timer here. There you go. You can see him now. I set him to count up. So I'm going to put this this is a 1.5 quart saucepan on here, and I have 2 cups of water, and I'm going to turn it to medium high, which according to this was what temperature? Medium high 375. So I will say this, if you're going to use induction cookware, you want heavy bottom stuff. You can get steel cookware that will work on this that has a thin bottom, but this is creating a magnetic field in the steel that is making this get hot. So the more here that there is to get hot, the faster it works. If you use something with a thin bottom, it's going to take forever. So this is a nice heavy bottom. So I'm just going to put this on here. I'm going to set this to 375. I'm going to press start. You'll hear the fans kick on. Actually, I'm going to put the water in here first. That way I don't spill water all over the place. Although there's a little bit there, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to press start here and then start here. And we will see how long it takes this to come to a boil. All we have to do is wait. Yeah, it's seconds down here. I can already see, I don't know if this will show up on the camera, but I can already see like water flowing in here. That pan is hot already. So I may speed this up. We're into this, we're at 42 seconds. So I have had this timer for like 25 years. I was working in an automotive factory for the summer. We were making grills for Ford Rangers. and I ended up staying there for a couple of years. And they had a Christmas gift giveaway, and this is what I got. And everybody's like, "Oh, you got a timer? That's so bad, so sad." And I'm like, "Oh my God, no! I love to cook, so this is perfect." And it's a Presto brand. Can you see that? 25 years, and it still works. So I love this thing. It is a timer, and but you can also count up on it, which is what we're doing here. I have a preset to 10 minutes, so sometimes I want things that are 10 minutes. I just press the memory button, 10 minutes goes in, and I press start. We're a minute and 30 seconds, though, and there are tons of bubbles here. And I may have to zoom in when I edit this so that you can see this. I didn't think about moving the camera over. I had to move the camera around quite a bit just to film this because it's so big. So, but yeah, I might speed this up in editing. We can fix it in post.
If it ain't dark, it's light. If you ain't sure.
All right. Well, you can see it's not even 3 minutes yet. We're at 2 minutes 50 seconds, and we've got a full rolling boil. Now, here's the cool thing. Watch how fast the temperature response is. I'm going to kick this down to medium low, which is 175, and look how quickly this calms down. It's going to stay hot for a little bit because of the thick bottom on that pan. Actually, you can tell this more when I'm actually frying something because it'll like almost stop immediately. But this is rather a lot of water for the small pan. But yeah, so yeah, like 3 minutes. We had 2 cups of water boiling at just medium high. Was it medium high? I think it was medium high. I press pause. The fans turn off. I don't know if you'll be able to pick those up on my mic. And now look at how quickly it stops. So I press clear, clears this out, and there we go. We just boiled water in like 3 minutes. So I'm going to take this pan off and pour this water out. And this glass top, okay, there's a ring right here where the bottom of the pan was. I can put my fingers right here. It feels warm. I mean, I don't want to like put my hand on that, but this is not super hot. This will cool off fairly quickly. I guess I can stop that. Clear. Change back to a timer. No, timer. Yeah, there we go. All right, so the one thing that kind of bugs me about this a little bit, it's both a plus and a minus, is this glass cook surface. All these buttons, they will get, you know, from your fingers, from stuff splashing, but it's fairly easy to clean up. So I'm going to go get my old one and show you the difference between the two, and because this is going to go over on the stove. But I'm here in my living room, and so this is the nice thing about something like this is you can cook in your living room. You know, if you have a little tiny apartment like a bedsit or a studio that doesn't have a stove, this is absolutely perfect. So I'm not trying to sell these. I'm not making any money if you buy these. I don't have an affiliate link for it. I just love it, and I just want to share with you what this is all about. So I'm going to go get my old one, and I'll be right back. All right, this is the old one that I have. Again, the lights, don't get distracted. I'm saying that to me, not to you, unless you also are ADD. D and get distracted by things. So this is it. It's very similar. You can program this one. It doesn't have a clock. This one goes up and down temperature-wise by 10 degrees. So I can get that up closer for you to see. This one also goes down to 600 watts, which I've never used. I've always just used it full strength. Again, low, medium, medium, high, high, max sear. Pause, clear, and start. I love this thing. If you've been watching some of my cooking videos, you've seen me cook on this. It's great, except this, it looks like this. This 8-inch ring here is the size of the the magnetic element, and it's not. It's about 6 inches. It's about this big. So if you have a big pan full of fried potatoes, the ones around the outside here are not going to get cooked as quickly because it's generating the heat in the center. So having one with actual 8-inch induction units in the middle is nice. The other thing is, it's saying I need to clean this up. It looks a little greasy to me. Which probably doesn't show up, but it could use a good thorough cleaning. Yeah, because look, there's some dust on that fan, which I will do. I will do. I'm keeping this. I'm not getting rid of it. It's perfectly useful. It's just only one, and I can't say make mashed potatoes and gravy at the same time. Now I can make mashed potatoes and gravy and mac and cheese because now I have 3 burners. The one thing I do not like about this though is that it has this little. It's like a plastic film that's over that button, and you can see there. It's falling apart. I have an old kitchen balance that's like that. So I still will use this. I can do 3 things. I'm going to have the other one sitting on the stove where this guy used to be, and because I still have a vent there. And then I can put this guy on the counter and do whatever it is that I need to do with him. So yeah, but this is the old one. It's great. It has a smaller induction center though, and but it's still highly useful. And this is the kind of thing I could take outside and cook on a picnic table with out on my balcony, as long as I have a long enough extension cord. So yeah, that's it. I love this guy. I'm so excited to have the new 2-burner one. You will see it in upcoming cooking videos because I'm back to making videos. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this barren time of no videos. I'm back. And I will see you in the kitchen later. So thanks for watching. Have a great week, everybody.
And that's it, folks. As always, thank you so much for watching. Links to free printable copies of any recipes here are down below in the show notes. Please like, comment, or if you'd like to see more of this kind of material, subscribe. As always, please stay safe, eat great food, and power to the proletariat. We'll see you next time.